sitä ei ole näytetty vielä kuin ihan muutamalle tässä että olette ensimmäisten joukossa sitten pääsette näkemään sitä. Mutta let's start first our new coaches, Jose Ribeiro and Sergio Almenara. Very welcome to Inter.
Thank you.
Rive and Sergio, please introduce yourself shortly.
Okay.
Who you are and
Do we need this?
yeah, if it's work, I don't know if it's working.
Yes.
Yes, it's working. Okay.
Okay, first of all, thank you for inviting me to this event. It's nice to be here tonight. And well, my name is Jose Rive. Everybody knows me like Rive, so you can treat me as Rive as well. And I'm coming from Spain, although, well, I spent here in Finland my last 4 years at least. And yeah, it's been a fantastic experience at the moment here in the country, and yeah, I guess it's going to continue the history now here in Turku. I'm very proud to be here in your club and even in your city. I would say that it's very nice. And yeah, that's all. My background already, probably you know it. I have been working in Jodico the last 2.5 years. Before I have been in Pekko Kolmevis Vanta and in Honka as well. And before that, yeah, I have been working in Spain for a lot of years. I'm 41 years old and coaching the last more than 21 or 22 years. So a lot of experience there in Spain, but the previous one or the last one before to come here to Finland was in Celta de Vigo. And yeah, that's more or less who I am, and that's all.
Okay, my turn. Well, I'm Sergio. I know it's difficult for you to pronounce my name, but you can call me whatever. You can call me Sergio, like you said. Basically, I'm here less time than Rive. I arrived here in 2016, March, to Legirus. After that, I went to Pekko Kolmevis. After that, to Honka, and now Inter. I have to say, same than Rive, I'm very happy to have this opportunity to show how we can try to do our work as best as we can, and it's a good opportunity for us. Just enjoying the country, the people, the fans, and the football here has been in the last 2 years and a half really good for me. That's it.
Okay. Well, guys, today was the first training. What was the first ideas and how does it go, and feelings for the team, everything?
It went very well, I would say. Nothing negative to say at the moment. Of course, just one day, and the guys are, how can I say, like very excited because it's the beginning of a new chapter in the club. Although we are working with half of our squad, and our own players, our academy players are helping us in this month, this transition month, and same time they are coming to show as well their capacities. It's a good moment, a good opportunity for them during this month, and the behavior of the players, and yeah, I would say how they nos recibieron.
They receive us.
Yeah, they receive us in the locker room, and everything was positive today. So now we have to keep that level and also improve that level about their disposition to training and to show their capacities and improve. So it was good. The people in the club as well was very friendly with us during this first week, our first week here in the city, and they are trying to fix everything for us that we only have to think in football, in trainings, and go on with the project. So very positive at the moment. Yeah.
Good. Well, we almost have every staff member now here. We are still looking for a fitness coach, but can you guys shortly open about how you want to organize your staff and your both roles, what you're going to do, and the normal daily, how much you will be here in the stadium, and how much you will want to work together and with the staff. So a little bit.
Yeah, well, about the time in the stadium is something that we have to agree with our wives maybe, but it's gonna be a long days. Nowadays, well, I don't know, I cannot say how involved you are in football, but our staff is gonna be, or we are trying to build a quite strong staff in terms of number and also in terms of knowledge. I think maybe the main change in football in the last 10 years or 15 years is about how the staffs are nowadays. That is not anymore only one head coach who is making all the decisions and is taking care of everything. We need a lot of people around to get use of all the resources that we have in our hands. So that's why, for example, Sergio is here, and we are still looking for a new fitness coach. We're gonna have one of our home-ground coaches like Erro Lattes working with us pretty close. We have a decent group of physiotherapists. We have kit managers. We have, in the end, how many people can we have around during the day in the staff? Maybe 9, 10 persons, and it's gonna grow still. If you take a look of, you don't have to go so far. We don't need to go to La Liga or Premier League. If you take a look of the Veikkausliiga staffs in the last 2-3 years, you can see that all the clubs start to put more and more emphasis in the staffs. Have more people and strong people who can really make decisions and can cooperate with the head coach, with me in this case. So how we are going to build our structure in the staff is, like I said in the morning, that together we are better. So that's the way to do it. We will not have a specialist inside the staff that Sergio is going to be on charge of one certain thing or two certain things. We are involved in the process, everybody can have and share opinions, and I think that when we have strong people around, I'm talking now about myself as a head coach, that I can trust on them, I can let them, make decisions, and make decisions in the end. That's maybe the main part, and of course opinions, but also making decisions, and I think they are ready. I'm very satisfied with the stuff that we already have, and for sure it's going to be better when somebody else is coming soon. So that's how we are going to organize that. Yeah.
Okay.
You want to say something else? No?
Well, as we all know that we have already just was it 13 plus 3 players what we have signed next season, and we will need something 2022. So still a lot of is missing, and we are looking for. Can you a little bit open now our fans that how we are going to find the right players, and what is the process, what we're going to do?
Well, the process is first of all, we have now the chance to see our. Are you hearing me or yeah?
Keep it a little bit close.
Little bit close. Yeah. So first of all, like I said in the beginning, now we have 1 month in front where we can, take a look of our home ground players, our juniors, and our reserve team players. So we are very open to be surprised about that. So they will have time and trainings enough with us to show their conditions. Second, part of the scouting is of course here in Veikkausliiga, and also the third part is looking for players from abroad. So I think we are already using a player list of I don't know, 60, 70 players around. We know that we have to fulfill a lot of positions, but we are not in a hurry. Like I say in the morning, we are sure about what we want, what kind of player we want to have here, what kind of profile, the proper profile to develop our ideas. No, we are not looking for names. We are looking for real players and real professionals who can push up the ideas that we have in our mind. So we are not in a hurry. You don't have to be worried about it, although, like I said, we are a small group of players at the moment, but it's going to be soon that we will get a couple of numbers more in the squad. And we are all, I don't want to say worry, not worry in the negative way. I mean worry like occupied on that work from Besa, and also, of course, we as a coaches, we are taking care of that process, but we are not on hurry. We need to find, like I said, first of all, proper persons, professionals, people with ambition, players who wants to know, who wants to be, no players that maybe they were. I don't know if I express myself right here. People with ambition that we have to make sure that they want to help us in this common project, collective project.
Yeah, and you both know quite well Finnish players, Veikkausliiga players, because you have you're both what you have done. You have been looking at a lot of Finnish players. Can you explain?
Yeah, of course. One of my roles in Hojiko the last 2 years was the analysis of the opponent, so I know almost 100% of the players who were playing the last 2 years here in Finland. Sergio was doing the same in Honka the last year, so if we have something, it's knowledge about players and teams in the last 2 years, so that's not the problem for sure.
So, Sergio, you have also looked a lot of course you know a lot of Finnish players, and now you have been short time looking for the Inter, these Veikkausliiga players, so how much interesting players you have found and talked with Rive about those the players that you have seen that should be good in Inter, so you will share almost every day about your opinions.
You mean the players we are seeing from the other teams
yes.
who come to Inter? Like Rive said, that we have pretty good knowledge about the players we are looking for, and especially in Veikkausliiga, because it's where we have been in the last year. So basically we are trying to build a team that with a specific profile of a player, and regarding also how they have been behaving in their clubs. So basically we know which positions we need, we know what kind of player we need, we know where we can find this player inside Veikkausliiga, and if it's not in Veikkausliiga, then we have to find outside. But our first priority is try to find a player in here in the league, because we think that there are quality enough if you are searching properly in the league. Of course, if you want something different or something else that you cannot find in Veikkausliiga, then we have to go somewhere else to find it. But we have been looking for, like Rive said, almost 70 players in this short period we have been.
So if I shortly try to explain it in the middle, that the club wanted to change when we last summer was thinking about our future, who will become the coach and everything. And we had a lot of discussions, but I have to be very honest that was first discussed with Rive, and then next, and I was quite sure that there is our future, because what we in the club has been building here. We talk about a lot about our identity, how we want to do in the field or outside the field, and with Rive we find very soon connection in that way. And when we signed, almost the same happened the next with Sergio. So exactly the same. So now we have two coaches with our club who is thinking the identity of the Interway. And now you heard about the players, what kind of players we are going to or what we are wanted to the club is that it's including our identity, and it's very important that these guys can tell their opinion who player we will bring here. And of course we will discuss it, but I have to say that we have discussed a lot, and almost every time we agree everything. So this is very, very good. I have to little bit tell one misunderstanding what happens in the morning press conference, that there were question about a couple of players, like it was Tero Mäntylä or Teemu Pennikangas or those, and Rive, you didn't exactly hear what was the question, so you can explain.
I think the question was about players who doesn't have a contract yet with us, and the question was if we are still keeping the door open for some of them, and I said straight no, because I just, I understood a couple of names in the question, and with some of them still we have possibilities to agree something for sure.
Yeah, because we are negotiating with some players who don't have a contract who played with us this season. So that was a little misunderstanding. But just let you know that there are still some players that we are negotiating, but what happened we don't know yet. Okay, I think that I have asked some question. Please, now it's your turn to ask anything. The coaches will probably answer anything.
All right, I will start. One very easy question for you, for the starters. What kind of football will our team play next season?
What kind of football? How to define it? We want to be, I don't know how to say, like, we would like to be protagonists in the games, like proactive team, no reactive team. That's how we understand the football both, and that's the way that we will try to convince the players to play, and that's the profile of player that we are looking for. We want to be competitive, we want to be proactive. We think that we cannot guarantee results, like nobody can do it, but we can guarantee that we will face, all the games with the intention and the intention and the approach to be protagonist inside the game, to have the starring role inside the game. It doesn't matter who is in front of us, if we play away, if we play home. That's the identity that we are looking for. And like I said in the morning, we would like to manage one team with capacity to adapt themselves to every single circumstances, and it doesn't matter if we are playing in Veikkausliiga or when we go to Europe. This is the ideal, okay? And this is what we are trying to do during the weeks to convince our players to be, how can I say? We want to be proud of our team. We want to enjoy. We want to make the people enjoy. That's, I think, our responsibility with the game as a coaches, is to attract more people to watch our games and more interest to follow the process here in Interturku. I think this is one of our responsibilities as a football coaches, and we will do our best to achieve that for sure. We cannot guarantee anything. I'm not going, to say that and it's not even one of our objectives talk about if we want to be in the top 6 or top 3 or top 4. In the end, everything that will happen with us this season must be because of our quality during the weeks, every mornings here. I don't know if I answered your question.
Pretty much, yes. So
Okay.
what you are saying that you want our team to control the game and control the ball as well.
Yeah, and also sometimes we can, we are not in love with that idea, but we are realistic, and we know that sometimes we will need to control the game without the ball, but we will try to do it, as less as possible. But yes, our mentality, our identity, our philosophy when we speak about football is that we would like to control the games with the ball. We will try, or we would like to submit our opponents with the ball. That's for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah, thank you.
Amy, Tom?
Next.
Okay. Bienvenidos, José y Sergio. Mucho
Quito.
bueno.
Gracias.
Very happy to have you here in Turku. Okay, let's ask about the players. Are you going to bring some Spaniards in our team? Some players.
You want to answer? I can do it.
Well, like I was telling you before that there are some players that the exactly profile that we are looking for is not here. We wish that we can find it here and we can take it, but some of the players are unfortunately this kind of profile we are looking for, very specific, are abroad. So we have to try to find from, for example, from Spain, which maybe some player from there, and try to just make the players around them like understand that we can bring this in the future, for example, from the youth, but we have to try to be very wise in how we teach and the processes in the youth to in the future we shouldn't have to find this kind of profile outside. That's the idea. But nowadays there are some profiles that we don't have it. That's the reality. Did I answer?
Okay.
Adi.
So one question. This is actually for both of you. How do you feel yourself? What are the best qualities in you as coaches and as leaders? What is your strongest side in the
Only half an hour.
I don't know. It's pretty difficult for me to answer about myself, about what kind of leader I am. If I have to answer with one word, I would say fair. Maybe.
That's two
Maybe.
words.
No, I mean,
Two words.
if I have to get one, only one, I will say that I'm fair. Of course, I'm professional, and and I'm a winner and stuff like that. I can say a lot of things, but if I have to define myself, I have to do it. I will say that I try to be fair doing my job. Plus, so many things. Be fair is not enough to have success, but I think it's one of the most important things as a leader.
It's not difficult, it's not easy answer, but I will try. Basically, I'm very stubborn, okay? So I'm trying to achieve what I'm proposing, okay? And for that, if I need to learn more or try to ask for help or whatever it needs, I will do it. So the point is like I'm trying always to achieve my targets. I'm ambitious.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Anytime.
I think one answer is this also very good for us to know that both clubs, HJK and Honka, first of all, they are very angry for me, and the second is that they are crying now. And I think that's the good to know. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Hello, gentlemen. It's
Hello.
very nice to have you here. I'm very pleased that you have joined this marvelous blue and black team.
Thank
You are in the right place. And then the question, which are the most critical parts in our squad where we are going to need new signings? Which positions in the squad?
Well, at this point, in this moment, if we talk about number, I have to say maybe the linebacker is maybe the sector where we have less players in this moment. But only if we speak about number. If we speak about, how can I say, like characteristics of the players, I think we need to fulfill almost every position at this moment with different type and different level of players. But maybe not the goal, because we are quite okay in that position, but everywhere else I think we need to reinforce the team. But yeah, like I said, maybe the linebacker is the place where we need number, and we need better players as well. We cannot think about the linebacker like the defensive line, because it's defending sometimes during the game. Some other times they are attacking, so we need that kind of profile of player who can play in the linebacker, where they can manage in all the phases of the game, not only when we are defending. So yeah, do you have any?
I agree.
That's maybe the place, the crucial place at this time. But yeah.
Okay.
So let's ask about the fitness coach. Are you going to have that soon? Because the players are now running their ass off. You know, you came here. They want to show to you that they have quality to get to the opening. So, you know, we don't want to see any hamstring injuries, because now they are giving everything.
No. Now we are looking, and we are having a couple of candidates to that position. Like I said in the morning, we are looking for the proper one, the one who can match with our philosophy about the game. And but anyway, the players are still totally under control with the cooperation of our physiotherapists, and they have more than enough knowledge to help us during this month or during this period that we are working without. You don't have to be worried about it, believe me. But yes, it's coming, a new one for sure.
Hello, and welcome to Turku and this beautiful club.
Thank you.
I wonder, it's perhaps too early to discuss different types of formations, but what do you prefer? What formation do you prefer?
About setups, formations.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, I answered this morning to the same question, and we don't really believe in the setups as in the formations as like something that will define our identity. Understand what I mean? So if I say that we're gonna play with 3 defenders, doesn't mean that we are gonna be super offensive. I don't know if I expressed myself right here. We don't know yet what kind of setup is going to be perfect for our players, for the type of players that we will have in the group. And I think it's something, like I said in the morning, that is going to disappear inside the conversations about football. If one team is playing 4-3-3, or if it's playing 4-2-3-1 or 4-4-2, in the end it's going to be the capacities of the player in those positions what's going to define the identity of the team. Now if we play with 2 in the middle or 3 in the middle, sometimes we're going to play with 2 in the middle, sometimes we're going to look for superiority in the middle, so we're going to use 3 players in the middle. Sometimes our fullbacks are going to be more offensive, sometimes they are going to be more defensive, because our wingers are going to have different characteristics, and so on, so on, so. Like I said, I can promise that we're gonna be a really proactive team, but yeah, no, not because of our setup. It's not because we are going to play with five forward players, for example. It's not because of us. Everybody will attack, everybody will defend, everybody is gonna be involved in every phase of the game. That's all. The setup is something abstract nowadays in football. It's not like years and years and years ago that you can easily recognize the setups there on the field. Attackers, defenders, and somebody sometimes in the middle. Not anymore.
I guess this is a part of the modern football.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is the part of Inter style, and this is one big reason why these guys are here, because this is exactly how we Inter want to improve our youth players. That the players understand how to organize. When players understand where to be in different different positions in different situations. So we don't need speak about any numbers even in junior side. We speak that the players has to understand how to organize and where we need players in different situations, and that's exactly what these guys just do. But more questions?
The pre-season is very long. It's about 5 months till the Veikkausliiga starts again. How are you going to keep players happy, hungry, and ready for the start?
That's the challenge. It's a big challenge here in Finland, thinking that our pre-seasons in Spain takes like 6 weeks. So it's a huge difference in the when you have to planning and when you have to prepare your team in pre-season here. But that's one of the reasons why we're gonna continue training this month, this transition month during November. We're gonna stop in December, so the players can get decent holidays, 1 month, totally full. And once you start in January, the process will take is how it is. We cannot reduce the time there. Veikkausliiga is gonna start, I don't know, April, somewhere there. It's something that we cannot fight against because of the weather. But one of our challenges, like I said in the morning, is that we really believe that the people will perform more and better when they are happy to come to the training. So, like Sergio said in the morning, the football player wants to be football player because of the ball, because they want to play football. They don't want to run in the forest, that's for sure. So how we are going to try to, attract their attention and their motivation is giving them what they really want, and what they really want is the ball. So we will try to make our days, I don't know how to say, playful and attractive for the player, of course, with a good control of the loads, with a good control of the rest, with enough number of games. That is in the end what the players wants to do, is play at least 1 time per week. So we have the Suomen Cup coming soon in January. We have probably or hopefully some international game as well. We are looking for the possibility to training abroad. So there is a lot of time, but at the same time there is a lot of things to do in pre-season. So we will try to use our ability to keep the attention, the attention levels pretty high. This is in my case, is the pre-season number 4 in Finland. So, and for Sergio it's not the first one. So I think we have experience enough to manage that, or I hope so. Yeah, but it's, like you say, it's a crucial part. That our players in April, they still, very hungry to start and compete. That's the challenge.
Else? Yep.
And how important competition will Suomen Cup be for us this season?
We're still the champions at the moment. So if somebody wants to be champions, they have to beat the champion as well. So we have that responsibility to, like I said, we are not going to give any game for free or any training for free. So we will take it as much serious as we can in that moment. Hopefully the team is in a proper condition at that time to compete, and we are not. I'm not going to say that it's not interesting for us, because let's think that Inter Turku will have the opportunity to play in Europe this season because of the Suomen Cup. So I think it's very, very important. It was one of the controversies, or like I said, how can I say, a little bit shocks for me when I see how the football people treat the Suomen Cup, I'm talking in general, nothing specific, in general, that is like not very important tournament, although you are in the final, you know. And I would say that in Spain, for example, I think it's the most beautiful game in the season, the cup final, and the last rounds of the cup is fantastic atmosphere, fantastic games, and it was very surprise for me that I think we should give a little bit more importance to our own tournaments. Even if we play those tournaments in the winter and in the halls, you know, it's the Suomen Cup, so we have to respect the tournament as well. And like I said, we will try to go as far as possible. That's not a discussion.
Okay. I think we have get a good analysis and good first knowledge to our new coaches. So I think we will all thanks a lot about Rive and Sergio to be here, and let's not hope, but let's do it that we are going to together, more together, make a better season and a future next year. But thank you guys that you came here, and
Thank you.
let's